Okay, so firstly we have an idea about a Kindle being an electronic book reader, and you mentioned that it's the kind of device that can hold a lot of books. A lot is actually 1,400 books, so enough books to cover this whole stage. What we've done is we've started off with a smaller selection of 300 books, which we've been very lucky to draw from Pan Macmillan, who've given us some fantastic modern South African stuff. So you'll see on the left there we have the youngsters. We've got Danny Kay, Lion Copyright for one of the youngsters. If we look at the next slide, so you'll see that we've got Nick Rabinowitz, and these are a number of other books that are put on advice. So I'm sure some of you will have heard of Jonathan Jansen. We've got books on the Titanic, on Killing Kebble. Killing Kebble, one of the most popular South African books at the moment. Lots of crime, violence, intrigue, the kind of thing that a great thing to read when you're young. Theft by Chocolate, who doesn't love chocolate?
Yeah, so I mean, Jonathan Jansen, I don't know if any of you know him, but he's quite a remarkable man. He is, I believe, the rector of the University of the Free State. And he's really uplifted that university, made it a center of excellence. And his letters to my children are actually a compilation of his tweets. So some of his best tweets, which has just started out as advice to his kids, has now been put into the form of a book. And it really is a fantastic amount of wisdom and knowledge that goes into that book. So that's definitely one to read. Another Jonathan Jansen book is We Need to Talk, which is more of a series of essays that he wrote for the Times newspaper that have also been compiled. Yeah, I mean, the youngsters, I don't know if any of you know some of these youngsters. Anele Ndoda, Danny Kay, pop musician, Kaya Dlanga, who works in the advertising industry. He's huge on Twitter. I'm sure if any of you are on Twitter, you follow him. Nick Rabinowitz, a master of impersonations and just a real all-round funny man. And who's the other one? Shaka Sisulu. Yeah, he's on Radio 702. And he started Cheese Kids, which is a charitable foundation that gets privileged kids involved with uplifting their communities and giving back. So we're really grateful to Pan Macmillan Publishers for donating those books, because we got them for free. And that's really helped us to give you, the learners, content that you find interesting and dynamic and really reflects your experiences and where you are at your life. Because Mark and I are old timers. We're 29. What do we know about what grade 11s want? So, yeah, Mark.
So the other thing we've done is we've ensured that you also have access to some of the greatest books of our time. There's a number of classics. So you'll see Alice in Wonderland, Sherlock Holmes, The Great Gatsby, Heart of Darkness, books by Ernest Hemingway. And we're fortunate that in South Africa we have greater access to some of these novels. In America they put higher restrictions on them, and in South Africa we're able to give you some of the greats. And the idea by giving you so many books is to ensure that you get the thing that you want. So it may be that you sort of start reading Little Women and it's not for you, and so you read Sherlock Holmes and it wraps you up. And you're going to find that friends are going to recommend books to you. We've put a system in place that allows people to rate the books that they want from, oh my God, this is the most boring thing I've ever read in my life. This is unbelievable. You have to read this, and you want to drag your friends and tell them, go look on your device.